Call Hello Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four corners of the globe. And shalom to you few sisters. This is Brother RVR coming at you with a lesson. And this one is about those hypersonic ballistic missiles, man. And I came across this video here, and they've made a new one that can go undetected. Okay, so this missile that they've created can go undetected up until like the final 3 to 5 minutes, man, before impact. Okay, so I just wanted to show this video and go into some scriptures, and Lord willing, this is edifying.
Here's a question for you. What weapons can fly at more than 5 times the speed of sound and are virtually undetectable? Welcome to the world of hypersonic missiles. There's 2 types of hypersonic weapons being developed: a cruise missile that uses a super-fast scramjet to fly at hypersonic speed, and a boost glide vehicle, a warhead that's launched aboard a rocket, then released, falling to Earth at more than Mach 5, around a mile a second.
The Tomahawk cruise missile flies at a speed of Mach 0.8, so close to the speed of sound. Now, by comparison, the Russian Zircon, the hypersonic cruise missile, flies at anywhere between Mach 8 and 10. So we're talking about a nearly 10-fold increase in the speed of the missile. For boost glide vehicles, the Chinese DF-17 is alleged to have speeds of Mach 10 plus.
Traditional ballistic missiles follow a parabolic trajectory, a predictable arc that goes up and down like a ball. It means they can be detected early in flight. Hypersonic glide vehicles work differently. They exploit physics using drag and friction, so they can fly in all directions like an aircraft, but it's super fast.
See that there? So they made new missiles where they don't have to leave the atmosphere, but they can stay within the atmosphere, right? And they won't be detected up until, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes into impact, man. You know, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, man. These devils, man. I'm telling you.
Speeds, making them very difficult to detect until it's too late.
They fly below the radar horizons, meaning that the warning times they provide are quite short. And because they are maneuverable, actually figuring out where they're headed, what their target is an exceedingly difficult computing task.
Most missiles rely mainly on their warhead for their destructive power, but hypersonic weapons also have huge kinetic energy. They can hit a target at more than 1,000 miles an hour, literally packing a punch equivalent to over 3 tons of TNT.
The combination of accuracy and really high kinetic energy makes it possible to break through targets with a hypersonic missile that previously you would have needed a nuclear level payload, or at least something approaching it, to really sort of threaten credibly.
If you enjoyed this video...
Okay, so this is Revelation 9 and 16, and I'm going to read into 19. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. Okay, and that number is 200 million. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these 3 was the 3rd part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Okay? And this is just something that, this is how John the Revelator explained it. That's how he's seen it when he's talking about the missiles, man. Okay? And this is how he described the missiles. All right, and you know the missiles are all in Revelations, man. And these times are fastly approaching, man. You see that third woe is coming quickly. You know, we almost up out of here, man. This place is almost about to be destroyed, man. You know, it's a beautiful time to be living in right now. And this is just this is a description of those missiles, man, that he saw. Just like the one I just showed you, man. But them devils is slick, man. You know, they make a missile now where it don't gotta go out of the atmosphere to be detected by the radar systems and the satellites. They created missiles to go under the radar, you know, so they can go, you know, wherever they want to go without being detected, man. This devil is crafty, okay? But on the day of destruction, okay, once they launch the missiles, the Most High is going to take over from there, man. Okay? The spirit of the Most High is going to be in the missiles, and wherever the Most High wants those missiles to go, that's where they're going to go, man. All right, this is Revelation. I'm going to go to 15. Okay? Yeah, 15:1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Okay? And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. Right? So that's just basically speaking about, you know, the 144 elect that are called up, or beamed up rather, okay, into the chariot, and they're gonna have like a bird's eye view of the destruction, man. All right, the sea of glass, of course, is the firmament, but it's not really glass or a dome or anything like that, man. It's actually the ozone layer. Okay, so that's what that's talking about, man. Right there, and you know, Lord willing, I'm of that number, and Lord willing, all the other brothers, all the beloved brothers are of that number as well. You know, and we'll get to see the destruction, man. We'll definitely get to see the destruction of this place, man, because it's coming. I'm gonna go to let's go to Revelation 20, and I'm gonna read verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth. Let me see here. And compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them, man. Okay, so this is another, this is talking about the missiles as well, but it's also talking about, you know, the chariots with them lasers too, man. When it speaks about, you know, the fire coming down from heaven, man, from the Most High. That's talking about the missiles, because what I was talking about earlier, when the missiles are launched, the Most High, the spirit of the Most High be in those missiles. Okay? And that's also talking about the chariots. You know, the weaponry that the chariots have as well, raining down fire on this place, man. I'm going to read. Let me see here. Read 14. Well, I want 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. And this is the second death, man. You know, the lake of fire is caused by the nuclear missiles, man. Okay? It's not talking about, you know, hell or nothing like that. You know, hell is the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, man. That's what it's talking about. And I know that you brothers that are seasoned, you already know, you know, but for some that may watch my videos, because I see I'm getting new subscribers, And a lot of them, don't have videos and things like that. So just try to simplify it so that they can understand, you know. So yeah, that second death is speaking of the nuclear missiles, man. All right, I'm gonna go. Let me see here. Go back to Revelation 8. Revelation 8 and 7. All right. And it reads, the first angel sounded, and there followed hell, and a fire mingled with blood, man. Okay, and that hell is representing the missiles, man. The first angel sounded, and there followed hell, and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Okay, and the third part of trees are speaking of men. All right, it's a metaphor for men. In the scriptures, men are likened unto trees. Okay, so that part right there is speaking of trees, man. The third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up, man. That's speaking about the destruction of this place, man. When they start firing the missiles off, man, this place is gonna be done, man. It's gonna be closed curtains. Okay. In the name of the star, I'm reading 11. And the name of the star is called wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Okay, so that's talking of wormwood is a Ukrainian word for it means contaminated, man. Okay, which goes back to Chernobyl. And if you don't know what happened with Chernobyl, man, they were hit with nuclear. I believe a nuclear facility there blew up. Okay, but that's what that's talking about, man. So, and many men died of the waters. Why? Because the water was contaminated with nuclear poison, man. Okay, and that's definitely what's gonna happen over here, man. Especially like the people that don't actually get destroyed by it, man. The people that are in the clefts of the rocks and things of that nature, man. Who knows? They might come out, try to get some water. They probably gonna die from the radiation poisoning or whatever. But that's basically what that scripture right there is talking about, man. It's talking about nuclear contamination. All right. So I'm gonna go into let me see, Revelation 18. 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. And that, of course, that's just speaking about how this place is going to be decimated, man. And it's going to be a desolation. It's going to be nothing less. It will no longer be habitated. Okay? And, yeah, Isaiah 13 matches up with that. Isaiah 13:20. And it says, it shall, okay, I'm gonna read 18-20. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Okay? But the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right? It said every hateful bird, remember? And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged, man. Okay? So we almost up out of here, man. This place is definitely about to be destroyed. And we almost up out of here, man. And I'm just going through particular scriptures that are speaking about the destruction of this place, and that are speaking about the missiles, man. The ballistic missiles. Go to Revelation 18:21. Okay, and this is another one. Let's see. This is what I wanted. Yeah, this is what I wanted. It's Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Okay? So that's another one talking about the destruction of this place, man, which is fastly approaching. Alright? So I just wanted to go into a couple of more scriptures, and that'll be the lesson. I'm going to go to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 15 and 58. Okay? I'll start from 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Okay? So this is talking about the milites that got them bunkers. That's who it's talking about, man. And if you're watching, you're seeing that they're preparing for something. You see that they're gearing up for something, man. And what is it? What are they gearing up for? That coming destruction. I remember maybe 5 months ago, I did a video on one of these bunkers, one of these lavish bunkers that had like maybe 20 levels to it, man, and went almost 500 feet down into the ground, man. Okay, and I did a lesson on it, and they flagged me for it, man, and they took my video down, right? Because they don't want these things to be known, man. And it was in a secret place, somewhere, I think in North Dakota or something. I can't even find the video anymore, right? But that's what this is talking about, man. And there are numerous and various bunkers all over America, man, where these people are going to be hiding. The higher ups, man, the illuminated ones, man, the Luciferians, right? So I want to go to Isaiah. Matter of fact, I'll go to 2nd Esdras 28 verse, and then I'll go to Isaiah. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I wanted. Nope. Bear with me. You know what? I'm just gonna go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 2 and 21. Okay? I'll read 20. Nope. Matter of fact, I'll start from 19. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to take terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth, man. Okay, so these people are, they're gonna go into their bunkers when they get wind that these missiles are coming. That's why I felt like that video that I showed at the beginning is very important and imperative to see, because that's letting you know that when everything pops off, especially when it comes to these missiles, when we get wind of it, we only gonna have a couple of minutes, to to try to, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You're only gonna be notified a couple of minutes before impact, man. But of course, the elites, the higher ups, the Luciferians, they'll know what's going on, man. Of course, we in this truth, we know that it's gonna happen. We don't know when it's gonna happen, But Lord willing, the Most High be with us, man. The angels will protect us. But for the other people, man, they're not gonna know, what's going on, because they don't know what's going on now. But when that happens, whew, that's gonna be terrible, man. Yeah, man. So these devils are crafty. They making these missiles that are undetectable, man. And yeah, man. Just stay prayed up, man. That's all I can really say. Stay prayed up, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Until the next time, I say shalom.